second McBee episode of the week. Lucky you guys, you get 2 in 1 week. This one is just for the latest that came on last night as you're hearing this. Season 3, episode 7. And hello, everyone. This is But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio podcast. I'm Sundi, pop culture professor, self-proclaimed expert on all things fake American cowboys now. And we, our podcast, we talk a lot through reality TV. I'll talk a little bit more business in a minute, but I'm here joined
with Nolin. Hello. Hi. I don't know what my intro is yet.
Right.
We change it every time, but
don't say we. We don't change it. We have been encouraging us to write one out beforehand, but it never works out. But if y'all are new here and want to hear more about McBee, go back in the feed a little bit because we did all of season 1 and 2, but we did them in bulk. So we did them in like 5 episodes apiece. Really, I know. And so it's like a really quick rundown a little bit. The episodes are a little bit longer, but it's because they have so many. So this one probably won't be as long. But also, aside from McBee, Jeff and I do Vanderpump Rules. We're going back and watching all of them. We're in season 5 with the where they dress and drag. The boys dress and drag.
God, that's the best one.
Literally, he looks like a battered woman.
It's the best one.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now. And so check back later this week and maybe the beginning of next week to listen to our New Orleans coverage because we did 3 in 1 on that one because it was so much. Also, me and Emily are going to be covering the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip that comes on next week. And I usually sit around and do a little bit of an Orange County corner, a little bit of a Housewives corner, whatever I've watched that week. Nobody else wants to do those, so I just do them. Give you a little catch up there. And big news. Speaking of Vanderpump, we're doing House of Stassi, which premieres tomorrow. Which if you're listening to this on Tuesday, that'll be tomorrow, Wednesday, the 29th. So we're really excited to do that. Jeff and I are thrilled because grown-up Stassi is a far cry from season 5 Vanderpump Rules Stassi. So, Did you watch any of the Vanderpump Villa?
No.
Well, she came on at the very end of those. So, but anyway, to remind, if you guys are just coming in, where we left the McBees off, Steven Jr. is so horny for Allie.
Oh my God.
He wants to give her 20% of Casey's business.
Oh, right.
Jesse and First Allie, not fucking at all. They're just co-parenting. Steven made a real bad impression with Allie's family, except nobody will tell us what he did. And Steven Sr. is at prison. And we pick up immediately where episode 6 left off, and they're in that RV, and everybody's eyes are so red-rimmed, and they're wringing their hands.
I know, they look so pitiful and sad. I'm like, God, even Cole just looks like such a little sad teddy bear.
Yes. I know, Cole's my favorite McBee. I talked about it last
I know,
time.
Jesse's having some weird stuff happening.
Yes, he is.
I don't know
and
what's going on.
We did get a new TV, and that 4K is not doing anybody any favors. Like, I didn't know that these people, the texture of their skin was this way. Like, you can see, like, how their eyes are, how close they shave it. It's really good. Like, the OLED TV is really doing its job. But they keep rehashing about how important Steven Sr. is. We get it. Okay?
We don't need to know, like, and I don't know. They just act like, and they're talking about how important he is, but we haven't seen him all season. So obviously he's, maybe he's not important when the cameras are around, but like...
Or I think that they are trying to sell us this idea that he is the company. And without him, the McBee pharmacy is going to just collapse. And how will they move on? Well, I'll tell you how they will. Chrissy McBee is going to save the day. If anybody's going to do it, because she stepped in, she's like, listen, ain't nobody more invested in y'all succeeding than me. And so she's also, too... I only have one boy, and he is not a real mama's boy. But these boys, they present as real mama's boys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
No, she says, it's all because of her. Because she says, I mean, I'm just the only parent. Ma'am, your son is 32 years old.
Yeah. She says, I know that they're grown, but I mean, I just feel have such a responsibility. I feel like they're going to come to me with all these needs, but like,
no,
they're grown.
They're grown. Let these boys give. Get your hand out of their lives and let them live. Because this episode we really start to kind of see who Stephen Jr. is and kind of how they were raised. They do not respect women. They do not perceive women's labor as real labor. They do not believe them to be real people and real persons. And it really...
I think Cole kind of has started to, but, because he had a girl now. So,
right.
and Jesse's not even doing that because he's not even connected with Summer anyway. So it's like,
I know, but like, we'll get there in a minute. But like this whole idea that Cole speaks for Casey, and I know it's a very layered situation, that it's not just complete and utter misogyny, that there is this family element layered onto it, and it's also Cole's in the middle between these two. But I just find it to be bizarre that nobody can just talk to a woman on their own. They have to have somebody else there to buffer. It's very strange. I'm going to come back to it though, but this is when other Allie pulls Casey and first Allie in the back, because you've got to get some content. You can't just be riding there in silence.
Yeah, I know. Allie, I don't know. I really like her. To be honest.
You're talking about other Allie?
Yeah, Allie 2.0. I really like her. I feel like she's a good addition to the show. She brings a lot of light and like funny. Like, I just feel like that's how you should be if you're, I don't know, when you're around people. You just act funny, you ask questions, you're interested in their life, you talk to them, you kiki, and then that's, makes for good TV.
It's awesome that you love her, because we won't be seeing her after this season. Yeah. Period, point blank. Knowing you did the research too. I mean, and after this particular episode, she has posted so many screenshots about this conversation that
when did she actually post those? Because I just saw one that said 7/27. So that's was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah. So she knew what was coming out.
Yeah, because Kala commented on something that they posted of Casey. I don't know. I just saw all this stuff, and it said 7/27 at the bottom. And I was like, dang.
Lovers listen. I said lovers listen. I meant to say listeners love it when you say, it was something so-and-so. They love that. They love it when you just yada yada over it. But this is not about that at that moment. She's talking about the exchange between her and her dad and Stephen Jr. And they talk about it so vague.
Well, I just don't think that there was a lot of like really hard conversation happening because Stephen was so stressed about the farm, is what she was kind of saying. Like, not a lot was said, and I think that that's kind of what made him like, turn up about it. And that he was all like stressed about when they were having conversations. All he was thinking about was the farm, and he was just not really.
She said he was super flustered and everything was too chaotic. But like, sir, so you want to hand you this business? You get like rattled over some shit? Like, you're the one that went to Texas for Thanksgiving. Like.
Yeah, you could have stayed home.
You're not a hostage.
You should have stayed home.
Yeah, you're not a hostage. And the idea that her dad was like, listen, if you have to ask if you like somebody, then you don't really need to ask. And so the fact that he didn't even say one way or the other, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it went long. And now then they start talking about Casey and Allie about this tallow business. I knew it was Stephen all along. I knew it was Stephen after all, because other Allie's like, look, man, I'll help you. I don't really know what this business about.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, she's like, this
is weird.
And she's like, well, how do you feel after it went? And, Casey's like, well, we haven't been seeing eye to eye, but, he's really scary. And like, you can see her antennas go up. She's like, what? What do you mean? Why are you scared? Oh, well, he's really scary when he's mad. It's either Stephen's way or no way. And she, in her confessional, says, all these people are telling me that Stephen's temper is this and he's not great at that. But, he says he's working on it. My mom, I've said this many, many times on this podcast. When everyone is telling you you're dead, you need to lay down, because you think they don't know him, a side of him that you're seeing, that it's such red flags.
Yeah, I don't know. And I just feel like, I don't know, just because he's working on it, he's been working on it for what, 2 weeks? Do you know what I mean? Like, he was like that, but he's been working on it for 2 weeks. That's not a very long time.
No, they've known each other. I think at this point it's maybe closer to 3 weeks. If you count, you throw that a week of Thanksgiving in. And so we go from there to the car wash. No, it's not at the car wash. Is it where Jesse says, oh, we didn't have a babysitter, so I'm the babysitter?
That's literally what I have right here. I'm like, you're not the babysitter, you are the dad, but okay.
Yeah, so this is the car wash because Galena's there. And more talk about trying to reconfigure the distribution of work. Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? Allie comes in to pick up. And I don't know if now I'm just clocked into it more, but every exchange with them is so tense and so fraught with conflict. You know, she's kind of giving it to him too. Like, what, you don't know what time you fed her? Like, what?
Like, they're just being passive aggressive.
Yes. And even whenever
they're just ill with each other and just don't know how to act, and they're just being passive aggressive.
Jessie leans down to give Summer a kiss, and I guess Summer turned away. She's like, "God, she's turning away from you. Come on. Come on, Allie."
I mean, she was just like, dang, she turned away from me. I was like, you didn't have to say it.
Like, I know.
Obviously.
Passive aggressive as hell. But from what we learned in this episode, it must be a pretty lonely place to be in this marriage, in this family, in this situation. And then knowing what we know about her postpartum depression, you know, we're going to say more about that in a second. Did you notice a little tidbit that Galena dropped where she was like, you know, going from having to talk from Steve every single day and seeing him every single day?
I said, Steve's still calling Galena every day. Like, what?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess about the business, but then also, like, why are they making it? They just make it act like they haven't seen him, or they're not talking to him, or they didn't see him at any point in time before that, like, he left.
You're falling prey to the editing, though, for real, because he obviously is there. Like, I mean, he was in that RV ride on the way up there. They had to take him.
We didn't see him one time.
Right. So they are being very manipulative with the point of view and all of that. But I think he was still actively involved in the day-to-day operations. If he wasn't as the person, he was immediately telling Steven Jr. what to do, immediately telling Cole what to do because of investors and stuff. And so, but no wonder she hadn't left. You know, he was her person. She loved him so much. And she's still in a position to where she gets to talk to him every day and see him every day.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, why would she sell her shares in this business? She doesn't need to.
I don't know who would buy him, but
I mean, yeah, nobody now. Y'all watch that show? Fuck no. But then we bring up the NFR, and which stands for the National Finals Rodeo. And before you told me about it, I think it was last year, I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, I just came upon it on TikTok because it's like a huge deal. It's in Vegas, and it's like a huge cowboy thing. I don't know. A lot of people.
It's a rodeo.
Yeah, literally.
A literal rodeo.
I didn't even know it was a rodeo until. Because it's usually, most people just put their outfits on TikTok.
That's the content.
Yeah, that's what I was just seeing all these outfits. I thought it was just like they're going to like gambling in Vegas and it's like cowboy themed. Do you know what I mean? That's what I thought was happening.
Yeah, it's kind of like what I didn't know what Stagecoach was. It's kind of one of those events where you only sort of see people experiencing it, their OOTD or whatever. Yeah. But it's a really big deal. It's another Super Bowl. It's the Super Bowl of the whatever world. Everything is the Super Bowl, y'all. Who cares? But Cole, as he's growing his business acumen, wants to go and scope out and maybe have a booth next. Yeah, that's a smart idea, right?
That's genius. So smart. So smart.
I think so good. Oh, we got another little tidbit about our girl Masha. What's happening?
She's in jail for 2 days for a speeding ticket, which I'm like, maybe she got a speeding ticket a while ago, didn't pay the ticket, and then she was speeding again, and they pulled her over. I don't know.
It's going to jail for a speeding ticket feels like that escalated real quick.
Yeah.
But Galena's real sad about it.
No, she's not.
No, she's not. She's not. She is elated. She's going to stop by and get some champagne on the way home.
But then we have to talk about the meeting. Boo, Steven. This is where I really like Allie. I feel so bad for Allie.
Steven Jr. got a straight boo from Nolin.
I feel so bad for Allie 2.0 in this meeting. She's just like, what's happening? Who's talking? What are you talking about?
Why am I here?
What am I doing here? What can I do for you?
And
was I getting 20%? Did I say I was getting 20%?
Because of the way the editing works, we don't know what has transpired between these two because she walks in pissed.
Yeah,
now,
pissed as fuck.
We did see Steven yell, "Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't want another fucking conversation about this. You're not going to pay me $15 an hour to work on the goddamn website." And that's the last we saw.
Disgusting.
But knowing these jabronis, they've probably exchanged a cavalcade of texts, called, everybody's told everybody who's told everybody. So we don't know. So she walks in real pissed. And Steven Jr. picks up on this energy and he's mad. Like, how dare this little lady be coming here
with sass?
That's right, with her lady brain and her lady feelings. Like, how dare her? And this is one of the first times where they're trying to make us believe that Steven and Casey were best friends.
Yeah, I feel like Allie maybe just like, Steven said they used to talk a lot, and so maybe Allie 2.0 was just like, oh, so y'all were good friends? And he was like, yeah, maybe she's running with that, because she's the only one that says best friends, and I feel like Casey kind of, like, looks when she says it every time.
Well, I don't know. Then they just they do run with it, too, because then Steven in his confessional talks about their relationship was great, then things fell apart. That's not how I'm talking about my sister-in-law. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like Steven's just very dramatic.
He is very dramatic, I think.
Number one.
And he's very dramatic, and he's very aggressive, and he's very short-sighted about anything that doesn't have to do with him or is not his opinion. And that becomes really hard to deal with because he's the boss, ostensibly. And so when you have a boss that says it's my way or no way, but he's not around and he's not making good decisions, you're kind of caught in this double bind here.
Yeah.
But this is what drives me crazy, is Cole speaks for her. Now, maybe,
I don't know. I mean, maybe she went in there and she's like, look, I don't want to talk to Steven. Go in there. You talk. You know what we just talked about. You know what we decided. You go in there. You talk to Steven. I don't want to fucking talk to him. Which is probably what I figure happened, because she was like, I don't want to talk. Didn't even really want to look at it.
Yeah, she's like, well, let's get this over with. But, girl, this is a business meeting. You cannot sit there with your arms crossed and not talk on your own behalf and not have a stake in it.
Make your own money. This is money in your pocket.
That's right. You want this to be yours? Take ownership of it. But this is the third time that she's mentioned that no one has come to help her. And she makes a really good point here. The whole idea of the McBee situation is that everybody pitches in for the good of the farm, right? For the good of the business. And, they had that whole conversation about paychecks whenever Steven Jr. was sending Calla however much money. They get paid in exchange for that labor. Yeah. Well, Casey is paying to work there at this point. She has invested $12,000 of her own money, and she's quite literally paying to work there, and whatever's coming out is going back into the damn
farm, not her pocket.
Yeah, right. And nobody wants to help her. Steven has never even been by there to see what she puts in the tallow.
She doesn't even know. He doesn't even know what she puts in it.
Nolin, what do you think burning kidney fat or boiling kidney fat smells like?
I don't want to know.
That's what happens when you render it. That's what she said. Yeah.
No thanks.
I mean, like, her house must smell like boiling fat.
Sure it doesn't smell great anyway. They live on a farm.
Well, I know, but the house looks so white. It would be really incongruent for it to smell bad and there it looks so white. But Cole says the funniest thing right here. He says Steven Jr.'s trying to baby trap her with a business.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Allie's a lot smarter than she's like letting Steven know that she is. But I think she's like red flagging everywhere right now. Yes. She's like, this is a red flag, this is a red flag, this is a red flag. All of these are red flags. And I'm stressed the hell out.
And she also, I think, you're right, that she's smarter than she lets on to Steven. But Steven thinks that's smarter than him no matter what. Like, even what she is telling him, he feels inferior to. And so the fact that she is so far ahead of him, he is on his heels no matter what. So he is definitely trying to, like, hold on to this woman, make sure.
Because also she said, you can't afford me anyway.
Yeah. Noel's paraphrasing. She did not say can't afford me.
I'm just saying, she was like, I take 20% of all sales and $10,000 a post.
Everybody looked there was like, oh.
Yeah, they were like, ooh.
We need to rethink this situation. I don't know if we can be.
Because, like, I mean, she's like 20% of the company. I would take 20% of all the sales plus $10,000. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. And
she's
so,
like, y'all are underpaying me anyway.
She said, listen, if I get involved, this is going to look real different.
She did. She said that. She was like, exactly.
And that's what the bulk of the online stuff has been about, because people are kind of coming hot for her. But, like,
no, she's a businesswoman.
Yes.
She's got to make her money.
And so she's been saying, I'm not going to do this. My manager's going to get involved, and my large going to get involved. And then there was all that scandal about how she was wanting to charge for episodes, and then she was asking for more per episode than some of the other people. Other people were getting.
If her rate is $10,000 a post, imagine what an hour on TV would be.
Yeah, and I bet Casey didn't do any negotiating. They gave Casey $2,500 and a Sam's gift card and was like, here you go. Thank you for joining. You know what I mean? And so now Casey's saying, like, this bitch wants $10,000 a post. She's asking for $8,000 an episode. I'm only getting $2,500 in a Sam's card. Like, what are you talking about?
But I mean, shit.
Yes.
She knows what that's just what, I don't know.
She wants no part of this shit. She does not want. So the way that they sort it out is that the farm gets 40%. Casey gets 30% and Steven Jr. gets 30%, but all the proceeds go back into the farm. So essentially Casey's, again, working for free. Now, Stephen Jr. gets a paycheck when all this meat distribution. I bet that profit doesn't go right back into the farm ever. They're stealing her labor, and they are asking her to do all of this labor for the good of the farm. What's going to happen if her and Cole break up? She's not going to have any money of her own. She's not going to have any stake in any of this. Like,
I know. And Allie was straight trying to be like, you want more money, right, Casey?
Yes.
Right, Casey? Like, you want money, right? And she's like, I mean, I don't, as long as it goes back to...
No, she's like, well, I'm not getting paid anyway.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about?
I've noticed...
Yeah, you're not getting paid. Get paid then.
Yeah. I've noticed that Allie does this thing where she starts asking questions to sort of prompt people to respond the correct way. Like, I mean, nobody wants to work without getting paid, right, Casey? And like later when she's like, well, are you mad? Like, but you're mad, right? Yeah. And so she's trying to get people to kind of get,
smart. I feel like
to get them to react in the way that would seem okay normal, because she's like, I'm in the Twilight Zone. I don't know.
What is going on?
I don't know where I landed, but I don't know what it is. And so,
I mean, they don't act like they're real people. They really don't. I'm telling you, they're like their own they're on like McBee Island. Like, they just live in this one, like.
Exactly. The world doesn't even exist, And so Casey relents because she's in an impossible situation. If she stands her ground and demands more, then she's going to be difficult and messy. Then she's between she's between Cole and Stephen Jr. If she relents, then she's got to do all this work now and not get anything, and Cole and Stephen Jr. can get along. So I don't know. And also, he got mad that she said this was her product. He doesn't want her to have anything that is hers. He is mad that she perceives that this is hers.
I mean, I didn't pick up that. I picked up because...
He said, did you hear her? She said, this is hers. Did you hear her say that?
Oh, I didn't. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you'll probably get a walking around. That's why I had to pause things.
But, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Steven is just mad about... I just feel like he feels less than. Do you know what I mean? In every scenario. So he doesn't want anybody to have any kind of anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? He just tries to poop on everybody.
Yes, so that's right. He feels less than, and he makes it everybody's problem.
Right.
So everybody is scrambling around to try to make him feel good when nothing we could do could fill that stupid hole in his heart. But speaking of holes...
Casey just wants the credit. She don't even want any money.
Yeah, she needs that money. I know. That's what Allie's like, girl, get that back.
She's like, you want some money, right, Casey?
Get that back, girl.
Right, Casey?
I know. Like, y'all aren't even married yet. You got to have something of your own. But speaking of hole in the hearts here, Allie and Jesse, they're good at this. And this to me, I think this might be the last straw for me, that Allie arranged all of this, got a sitter, took off work to go to Vegas to be with her husband. And he's like, nah.
I'm good.
I don't think I want to go.
This looks bad. I mean, it doesn't look great. Let's be honest.
Yes, but I think Cole...
But when have they ever done anything that
exactly.
looks great?
Cole and Stephen Jr. put a pretty fine point on it. It was like, we don't give a shit.
Yeah, they're like, we're going.
Yeah, I mean, the optics are fucked no matter what. So let's get on to the rodeo.
But I just feel like maybe Jesse's just like, I don't know if he's scared to be with Allie. Like, I don't know what it is. Or like scared to like face his emotions about it.
Later on, he's like, listen, man, I know if I go, it's going to be nothing but us talking. I'm going to have to be emotionally available and shit.
Yeah.
I don't fucking want that.
It's like, it sounds like hell.
I know. And Jesse is like, yeah, go. Please go. I want you to go and have a good time. But I bet that baby still stays with her mama.
Oh, the whole time. Duh.
Yeah. But
he ain't making arrangements.
And she says that it's friends that live with each other. That's how she characterizes it. They're just friends that live with each other. And, I will say, as a person that I was in a marriage when my children were born, that first year, and listen, if I swear to God, if you say, no, Shep was so easy, I'm going to slap you out of that chair.
I don't want to say that. You bring it up more than I do.
Look, but I'm saying that first year is really hard, especially if you are grappling with any kind of like mental upset from the postpartum. And then her husband is completely gone and her body is different. We already know she grapples with that, man, I'm married to this real hunk over here. And now my body looks like this and I feel like this. And he's just, silent and not participating. And I find that exacerbating her stuff. Right. But Jesse says too, marriage is not great. And he's like, I don't want to be up there, them telling me what to do, them giving me
He's
advice.
like, I don't want all their inputs and all their advice on it.
You don't want to hear shit they have to say.
Then maybe just say, I don't know. I feel like it'd be a really good opportunity for them to just be like, fuck all this. Like, they could just have their own time, just them two. Why they got to hang out with everybody all the time?
Well, maybe Bravo won't pay for 2 camera crews.
I'm just
maybe it's now or never.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, but
yes,
like, why do they all have to be together all the time?
That is another thing. And like that McBee Island travels with them. So like they are all in that bubble. So their bubble, like Glinda, they're getting up and just like going to the bubble and going to in the bubble to LA. And it's like, you're allowed to have a life outside of these people. You're allowed to be your own person, but just kidding. No, they're not. Galena is, she's out here hanging out with housewives. She's out there with a SponCon. She won't be deterred. Okay. She's hanging out with the other Julia from Housewives of Miami, who is also Russian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, she's getting this, right? The farm fulfillment center, and Cole is filling orders. Me and Nolan had a little bit of a confusion whether he was packing meat, because she was worried about the meat sitting out. She's like, should we get that to a refrigerator?
It was like all those boxes. I was like, all those boxes are just sitting full of meat. Okay.
I thought he was packing the tallow, but Steven turns at the talk about call, and they talk about her like almost like she's an employee or a child, or like she's not even a real person. They're like trying to solve the problem of Casey. And Jesse comes up, and I've noticed this too about Jesse. I don't know if this is dark passenger talking or what, but he smiles and nods no matter what he's talking about, which is unsettling. Yeah. So he's sitting there, he's crossing his arms, and he's like this. I just don't think I'm gonna go, guys. Like, I just don't look good. And like, he's smiling through the whole thing. And he's like one of those. You know what I mean? Like one of those kinds of people.
Yeah.
And Junior immediately blames Allie. Is it Allie? Is it Allie?
Yeah, Allie doesn't want me away from the baby.
It's Allie. It's Allie, right? It's obviously it's fucking Allie.
God, because he sucks and hates women.
Sucks. And he's bad at sex. Like,
yeah, doesn't even care to make up for it.
I know. And now they're broke. Like, what do you have going for you? At least Jesse was handsome.
Green eyes. Yeah. That's it.
Jesse was the handsome one, or is the handsome one, and Cole is a good, sweet daddy and partner now.
He can clothe you for the rest of your life and make McBee merch. That might be it. That might be what the plus is.
When they do that drone shot of the farm fulfillment center, that shit is huge. That's like as big as our 2 cul-de-sacs put together. It is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. But
I would assume they probably get a lot of orders.
I think it's also the meat stuff too.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
There's like a lot of freaking merch in there. They have every merch.
Look, do you have your phone right there?
Yeah.
Listen, do a Google. See if we were going to buy some McBee's merch, see what would happen. Nolan, Google's on there. Just to see, because I wonder if they have like a merch shop, or do you have to order directly from their website? Can you go to Amazon and order a McBee?
Okay, let's see. Okay, so they have on their McBeeFarms.com official merch. It's all kind of, Casey and Allie on the front page right there.
Of what? Casey and which Allie? First Allie or other Allie? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then it's all really expensive. $44 for a t-shirt. $25 for a hat.
Yeah.
It's not like the stuff that they're wearing though. Like, it's really like...
So there's no Carhartt stuff?
No.
And what about Amazon? What if you go to Amazon? Can you order...
I love Cowboys top for $30 a tank top. Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, Nolan said. But nonetheless, Jesse and Allie are doomed. And we did say,
but I just feel like they're so young to be talking like this. Do you know what I mean? They really are, you know? Like...
I went back for a minute. We're talking about how Jesse storms off and flips the pieces like, Viva Las Vegas, bitches. And I'm like...
Did Jesse say that?
Yes.
I thought it was Cole.
No, it was Jesse. I was like, who is this person? Never met this man before. But I was just saying, it must be really lonely, too, for Allie to be. I wrote that right there, just too. Then they're at the girl shopping trip, and Casey feels awkward with the other Allie. Girl, that's you. You're awkward.
Allie 2.0 is just like chilling.
Nobody is mad at you. Casey, you need to see a therapist. She pulls her to the side, and they're talking about they're going to go see the Thunder from Down Under. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
But everybody's like, what? Jesse's not going?
You're going to make it go, right?
And this is where other Allie's like, that makes you mad, right? Doesn't that make you mad? And Allie's like, shrug shoulder. She's like, yeah, but like, did you want him to go? She's like, well, yeah. Well, are you upset? And like, she's trying to question real feelings from her, like, because Allie's like, I've stepped in a like an
People don't
alternate
act real here.
Yeah, it's
What
an
is going
alternate
on?
dimension. I'm in a simulation, whatever. And then we're kind of ping-ponging back and forth between Jesse talking to his mom about Vegas and kind of their relationship problems. And Chrissy gives a little bit more info in this exchange here
The one
about
between Jesse and him.
yeah,
Her.
and he's smiling, nodding here, talking about, yeah, I think my marriage might be
he's-
over.
he is not.
I don't know.
He was like,
No, I don't know. And he couldn't look her in the eye. Like, I don't know. The dark passenger has completely taken over. But his mom makes excuses for him because like she has done for their whole life and will continue to do forever.
yeah.
Okay. That he internalizes his feelings. He's just not a good communicator. You know, like,
Right.
and it was really hard for Chrissy to see Allie that way too. Was it hard for you? Like, it was hard. Okay, great. And then Jesse acknowledges that this phrase got me right here, that he didn't do enough to be there for her. Sir, I think what you meant to say was, I wasn't there for her.
Yeah.
Those phrases are different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right? Those phrases are very different. And then, but Mama McBee recalls, like, they just went to every high school game, every soccer game.
I'm like, that was 10 years ago, girl.
That was high school.
10 years ago.
They didn't have shit else to do. Like,
Yeah, they didn't have jobs, real people, real life.
Exactly.
Like, what else they were going to do?
Comparing it to that is just so wild.
I didn't even think about it like
so
that. 'Cause I was
unrealistic.
Like, yeah, that is kind of cute, but like, still didn't really matter. But
Yeah. I mean, it is cute. It absolutely is cute. For high schoolers, we're talking about people with their dads in prison. They got $70 million in debt. She's in the depths of postpartum depression. Like, it's just not the same thing. But this whole thing where Allie's like, are you mad at Steven? Are you mad at Steven? Are you mad at me? Is anybody mad at me?
yeah,
Is anybody
I
mad
thought
at
that
Steven?
was funny too, because she was really, really good, like, because she doesn't know what Steven's like. She doesn't
No,
know him,
she
so she's
doesn't
trying to
know
figure
him.
out what he's really like. So she's seeing him act like one way with her, and then he sees her kind of blow up at Casey, and then at him holding his back, really chill at the meeting, but kind of getting mad after.
Yeah.
And then he's like, then there's those texts, whatever, so they're like, I don't know. So it's like,
This kind of
Why
fucked with me a little bit. So I always like to watch it twice.
yeah.
Okay. So whenever Casey is starting to tell Allie about the exchanges, she mischaracterizes it very, very specifically. She tells Allie that he was sending her rage texts and that he told her that she was miserable to be around and doesn't want to do business. That is not the text they put on the screen. The text they put on the screen was, I can't do business with this attitude that you're having. Like, we figured it out.
She came up with a shit ass attitude.
And he said, I left that meeting feeling miserable. That is not the same as saying you're miserable to be around. She really twisted that shit into a very different conversation.
She did.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
And then she says that she texted and then called and then she unsent a text message.
How do you can't unsend a text after like it's been delivered for a certain amount of time, unless you're on like Snapchat or Instagram. I don't know. I don't use Instagram, so I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how to unsend a text. I mean,
know you can edit a text, but I didn't know you could unsend them after it's already been like delivered.
Yeah, you can unsend an email within 30 seconds or something or whatever, but I don't know. But and so Allie's like, what? I cannot. She's like, I can't get a sense of their dynamic, and she's starting to worry, and you can sort of see the ick start to kind of take over.
She's like, God, why am I committed to this? It's hard.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I don't know, I only do them 2 weeks. What am I doing?
I'm 7 episodes in, man. I mean, every time you Google this woman's name from now until the end of time, Stephen McBee's gonna come up.
Because I didn't know who she was, and I'm on,
Yeah, me either. I was going to do another quick little deep dive too as well, but because apparently her family is fairly affluent too. But she doesn't waste any time holding Steven's feet to the damn fire, though. She goes back to that damn condo, and he's like, "Oh, I've been working on. I wasn't really mad when you ruined my hats. I've been working on my patience."
Yeah,
she said,
I'm chill, guy. She's like, let's talk about that.
Yes, exactly. Speaking of, and she asks the most pointed questions. Don't read them to me. I want to see them with my own eyes.
That's me, because I'm like, don't read me something. Let me read it.
Yes, but he does let her read it. And
I mean, I guess
it's quite literally what he said. So she's like, okay, let's call her. And Casey's real circumspect. She's like, well, you know what? I'm not even worried about this text anymore. It's fine.
She's like, I'm chilling. She's like, I don't really care. And Allie's like wanting to figure this out to see if Steven's really acting crazy or not.
Well, the thing is, though, they literally left each other. And she went home to Steven's condo, And Casey went to get her spray tan, but when they were together, she was making a big deal about it. She was talking about he was rage texting her, and she's scared of him.
I guess it was literally like within like 50.
And so, what now? I guess that 30-minute drive really like quelled your fears. Quelled your fears? Quelled your fears. I don't know what I was trying to say. I don't know what I was trying to say there. But and she was like, is Steven a liar? Which I don't know. Steven's a lot of things. Is Steven a liar? I don't really know. Is he manipulative? Yes. Yeah. Is he misogynistic? Yes. Yeah. Is he a big drama crybaby? Yes. Sure. But, and then, because like the first time I watched it, I didn't necessarily read the text message. And so I was like, this motherfucker's done changed the text. What's he doing? And then he says that thing about these girls. They just overhype everything. They get to where I'd be murdered if I couldn't, by the end of the conversation. And I'm like, this
No, what did he say? He said some shit that I was like, shut up. What was the thing?
He's like, with these three girls.
He was like, it went to hell in a handbasket. And he said, I can't do nothing for living, or I can't live for dying. Or what is the saying that he said? I can't live for losing. Yeah, I was like, shut up.
You can't live for dying?
I don't know. I couldn't remember.
About that.
I couldn't remember what it was.
What shit does that mean?
I couldn't remember what it was, but I was like, God, shut up.
And so, he's like, I've been trying to be better to Casey. And she is a shit starter. Like,
every time.
Is. And so that whole conversation, she did not expect Allie, like a bullet train, to go straight back and forth and then to converge into one conversation.
Because everybody in their whole entire place just like, walks around everything or just ignores conversations because in that conversation, Steven brings up that he can't talk to Casey without other people around. And we're like, and Allie's like, why? Why can't you talk to people without other people around? Like, why can't you just talk to her? She's your sister-in-law. Why can't you talk to her? And he's like, well, because Allie McBee spread a rumor that we had an inappropriate relationship or something. And I'm just like, where the fuck did that come from?
Record scratch. I'm sorry. What? What?
Huh?
Yeah, so that Cole needs to watch out because they spend so much time together and there's an inappropriate relationship. And, of course, they blame it on jealousy. Allie McBee is jealous, but Allie's like, hold on.
Well, there's smoke, there's fire. And I mean, right.
Well, she asked some questions. Why would they think that? Did you talk to Cole? Did you talk to Jesse? Did you talk to Allie? Did you talk to Casey? No, on all counts. No, he did talk to Cole.
Yeah, and Cole's like, I don't know, weird, man.
I know, weird.
That's weird. I don't know.
Exactly. I was like, weird as hell. I don't know what happened. But so Allie's just like, huh?
Is this real life? And so, I feel like this girl's gonna come out of that like that guy who did jury duty. Yeah, like she's gonna come out and be like, "What? Did I just live like in a simulation?"
I know, questioning everything. Are you real? Your name's not McBee, is it? And so Steven denies it categorically. And so that's the reason now, like fucking Mike Pence, he can't be in a room with anybody who's not his wife. And she questions him again. She was like, well, I think maybe it should be between you two. And he gets mad.
He's like, how dare you push me into something I feel uncomfortable about?
That's right. How dare you make me seem like it's weird? She says, it is weird.
It is weird that you can't have a conversation with your sister-in-law or that you feel like you can't have a conversation.
Yes.
The fact that you feel like you can is weird too.
Yes, and the circumstances that is surrounding why you can't be in the room is weird. And the fact that nobody knows these circumstances is weird.
Because why didn't Steven and Casey just call up Allie and be like, hey girl, like what you talking about?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I know. Hey.
I'm hearing some weird stuff. We hang out every day.
I mean, really.
I'm hearing some weird stuff that you're saying about me 10 minutes after I leave the house.
And the mother of my child and my fiance, can I get a little bit of background info here? Like, I don't know. It's just so strange. And Allie's real lifeness is disturbing the McBee bubble.
It is, for sure. I've enjoyed it though.
It's me too. I really like her.
It's like a ripple in the...
Yes, she's a disruptor, and I really, really like it. And I guess now we know why all that shit went down at Stagecoach. Because remember, their drama is that he saw a video of her, quote, cheating, and then
probably in Vegas or something. I don't know.
No, they were at Stagecoach.
I know, but when was Stagecoach?
Summer of 2026. So earlier this year.
So it's almost, because they're going to Cowboy Christmas. So they're in November, December right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's confusing when we start talking. Because that's another thing too about whenever we start following all of the social media stuff.
I know. I didn't follow any of them while we were still catching up. And then now that we're caught up, I'm going to follow them.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to see anything that would like.
But it was Stagecoach was April 24th, 2026. Okay. So here they are. He's wanting to marry this girl, got her moved in November. And by April, he's telling her what a dumb whore she is, out parading around with her titties out. No wonder she's a big slut. You put your fucking titties away, you whore, whatever. And she's like, hey, man.
Bombshell blonde.
Yeah. It's like,
now a titty whore.
He's like, hey, man, I'm just trying to like listen to some music, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that was a concert.
Exactly.
Here, like.
Yes. And so that's where we leave it. And next week, Jesse does wind up going to Vegas. We see. But Casey saw some butts, but she's mad that Cole saw titties. He saw 6 titties.
Who cares?
I know. Who cares? He saw 6 titties. Who cares?
Yeah.
Jesse's going to the strip club instead of connecting with Allie.
He said, this is the worst place I could be right now. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Are you stapled to the chair? Get up. Get out. And Casey and Cole may or may not be getting married in Vegas because everybody is pressuring her and she doesn't want to do it. So we'll see. Did they get married in Vegas? Do we know that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. So that's where we leave it. And we'll be back next week, probably next Tuesday with episode 8. If I had to guess, there's probably only 10 episodes and they don't do a reunion.
I know. I was hoping they would.
This seems like the perfect season to have a reunion.
Because Steve Sr. comes home in September, right?
September, yes. And so, but yeah, that would be so choice to put.
That would be so good.
Give him the DVDs and be like, here, watch all of the episodes while you were gone, and like, let's have it. We need to listen to that podcast too, what he did prison.
In prison.
Yeah, I mean that girl is pimping it everywhere though. She is so proud of that. I need to look up her
how
handle.
How did she handle that? How did she
I know.
That?
Stay tuned next week. We'll have listened to it and we'll report back next week because that is some wild business. But of course, follow us on all of our social media at Take a Pinot Pod, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of that, and come back for our Housewives footage and our McBee because we're only halfway through the McBee stuff. So that's that.